This is Diego Maradona, a player who wowed the world with his soccer skills and led Argentina to win the World Cup. But his addiction to drugs cast a long shadow over his brilliant career. It led to many bans, health crises, and a tragic end to a life lived in the spotlight. Born on October 30th, 1960, in the slums of Villa Fiorito, Buenos Aires, rose from poverty to become one of the most iconic and controversial figures in soccer history. His journey from a child prodigy to a World Cup winner, and ultimately to a man consumed by drug addiction, is a tale of triumph and tragedy. Maradona's talent was evident from an early age. At just 15, he made his professional debut for Argentinos Juniors, becoming the youngest player in the Argentine Primera division. His extraordinary skills quickly caught the attention of bigger clubs, and by 1981, he had signed with Boca Juniors, one of Argentina's most prestigious teams. In 1982, Maradona made history by becoming the world's most expensive player when he transferred to Barcelona for £5 million. 2 years later, he broke his own record with a £6.9 million move to Napoli in Italy. Maradona led Napoli to its first ever Serie A title in 1987 and another in 1990. The 1986 World Cup truly immortalized Maradona. He captained Argentina to victory, scoring 5 goals and providing 5 assists in the tournament. 2 of his goals in the quarterfinal against England became popular. The first, infamously known as the Hand of God, Maradona cunningly punched the ball into the net, a move that the referee missed but was captured clearly on television replays. The second, voted as the Goal of the Century, showcased his unparalleled skill as he dribbled past 5 English players before scoring. But beneath the glory and praise, a darker story was developing. Maradona's cocaine use, which began during his time at Barcelona in 1982, was spiraling out of control. The pressure of being idolized in Naples, combined with his connections to the local Camorra crime mafia, worsened his drug problem after his move to Napoli in 1984. In 2014, Maradona reflected on his addiction, telling Argentina's Tyke Sports, "I gave my opponents a big advantage due to my illness. Do you know the player I could have been if I hadn't taken drugs?" Throughout his career, Diego Maradona's brilliance on the field was repeatedly overshadowed by his struggles with drug abuse, as evidenced by a series of failed drug tests. In 1991, while playing for Napoli, Maradona faced his first major drug-related scandal. He tested positive for cocaine, marking a significant turning point in his career and public image. This resulted in a 15-month ban from football. It was the first concrete evidence of his cocaine use, confirming rumors that had been circulating for years about his off-field behavior. The same year, he was arrested in Buenos Aires for cocaine possession and trafficking. It began a pattern of substance abuse issues that plagued him for the rest of his life, leading to further failed tests, suspensions, and ultimately contributing to the premature end of his playing career. Despite these setbacks, Maradona made a comeback for the 1994 World Cup in the United States. However, his return to the global stage was short-lived. After playing just 2 games, Maradona tested positive for ephedrine, a banned substance. He was immediately expelled from the tournament and again suspended for 15 months, effectively ending his international career. Throughout his playing days, there were numerous theories about how Maradona might have avoided detection in earlier tests. These ranged from the Camorra possibly bribing officials to Maradona potentially using urine samples from other people. There was even a conspiracy theory about him using a plastic genital with a pump to spray clean urine from a hidden pouch. The fall from grace of this soccer icon caught the attention of authorities worldwide. On September 27, 1996, investigators in South America reached out to the FBI's Uruguay-based legal attaché. They were conducting an investigation into new allegations of drug use and possession against Maradona. The investigation looked into claims that Maradona had used someone else's urine for drug tests at Boca Juniors, his team at the time. This information was in a memo from October 2, 1996. The FBI was asked to check if a lab in Boston still had any of Maradona's urine samples from the 1994 World Cup. During that tournament, Maradona had failed drug tests and was quickly banned from playing. However, just 10 days after making the request, on October 7, 1996, the South American authorities informed the FBI that they had obtained the samples from another source. The FBI's Boston division was subsequently asked to discontinue their investigation. In 1997, barely 11 months after the FBI request, Maradona failed yet another drug test following a league game in Argentina. At 37 years old, he denied using illegal drugs, but the evidence was mounting against him. This third failed test in 6 years proved to be the final straw. Shortly after, Maradona announced his retirement from professional soccer. In the beginning, drugs make you euphoric. It's like winning a championship, so you think, who cares about tomorrow if I won the championship today? Maradona once said about drug addiction, Maradona's retirement did little to control his drug use. In fact, away from the rigors and routines of professional sport, his addiction worsened. In 2000, he suffered from hypertension and ventricular arrhythmias due to the cocaine overdose that left him hospitalized. Following the overdose, Fidel Castro intervened, arranging for Maradona's treatment in Cuba. Maradona underwent rehabilitation in a Cuban facility, with Castro reportedly visiting daily. The effort initially seemed successful, with Maradona claiming Castro had saved his life and referring to him as a second father. However, the damage from years of drug abuse had taken its toll. In 2004, Maradona suffered a heart attack, likely exacerbated by his cocaine use. He was hospitalized again, this time with severe breathing problems. The once fit athlete was now struggling with obesity. To address his weight issues, Maradona underwent gastric bypass surgery in 2005. While this helped him lose weight, it didn't solve his underlying addiction problems. He continued to struggle with alcohol abuse, replacing one addiction with another. Despite these personal battles, Maradona's love for soccer never waned. In 2008, he was appointed as the coach of the Argentina national team. This role seemed to provide him with a new sense of purpose, although his tenure was marked by controversy and erratic behavior, likely influenced by his ongoing substance abuse issues. Maradona's coaching career with Argentina ended after the 2010 World Cup, where the team was eliminated in the quarterfinals. He went on to coach several clubs in the United Arab Emirates and Mexican club Dorados de Sinaloa, but his personal demons continued to haunt him. Maradona died on November 25, 2020. He passed away at his home in Dique-Luján, Buenos Aires province, at the age of 60. The official cause of death was a heart attack, but it came just days after he had undergone emergency brain surgery for a subdural hematoma. Maradona's death prompted an outpouring of grief from around the world. Fans, fellow players, and even political leaders paid tribute to the soccer legend. After his death, several Freedom of Information Act requests were filed for Maradona's FBI file. The subsequent release of these records provided new insights into the extent of the investigations into Maradona's drug use, including the 1996 request for his urine samples. Despite his flaws and struggles, Maradona remained an iconic figure in Argentina and Naples. Even as his addiction took its toll, many fans remained loyal, seeing him as a flawed genius. Was Maradona more of a football genius or a drug addict? Does his addiction overshadow his incredible achievements on the field? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to like and subscribe to Legends of the Game for more content like this.